Welcome everybody today to another episode of Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise You. This is Glen Stewart. I'll be your host tonight. And our topic tonight it's a topic so controversial, yet so unassuming, that is the passion of virtually all, yet it's the downfall of many. We seem to be busy all the time. We seem to have never enough hours in a day. We seem to crave tasty, yet we don't have time to prepare it. So what do we find ourselves doing? We find ourselves succumbing to the different TV commercials. We go into the supermarkets, and what do we see? We walk around, and with the exception of the produce aisles, virtually everything in there is processed. And processed to a point where it has neurotoxins, toxins, preservatives, all these different genetically modified organisms, all these different things that are in our food today, people don't realize. And it was done for several reasons. Number one, to preserve the shelf life of the food, because, again, it has to travel from the different manufacturer. It has to go out, via rail to the different distributors. It has to be trucked out to the stores, so on and so forth. So it could be several weeks, could be even longer before the food, from the time it's made to the time it ends up in the store. It could be another couple of weeks, could be a month before it's purchased, okay? It could be a couple of days to a couple of weeks before it's consumed at the house on top of that. So not only have we got food that has been denaturized, bleached, and heated to the point where it no longer has nutritional value. Everything has been stripped away. Take, for example, the enriched bread, the wheat. Okay, number one, wheat is highly allergenic. Always has been. Okay, matter of fact, they're finding more studies about a phenomenon called wheat belly. This is a condition that actually the wheat proteins, which are highly allergenic and the body is fighting off, is causing perforations in the stomach and the small intestine. So now these toxins are leaking out of the gut and going into the bloodstream and throughout the body at a much faster rate than if they were normally assimilated. This is in addition to the fact that wheat, as well as corn, a total of 9 different plant crops have been genetically modified, okay? GMO foods. In other words, they've taken one type of plant in a laboratory and combined it with another plant or insect species to create a plant that was, number one, resistant to herbicides, and number two, created its own pesticides to deter and kill any types of bugs or insects that would feed upon it, okay? So this has created a double-edged sword nightmare for health, because what are you doing? You're eating something that is, number one, has been sprayed very heavily with Roundup, a commercial herbicide manufactured by Monsanto. Now, Roundup has been an absolute nightmare unto itself because of his ability to compromise human DNA itself, the immune system, the whole 9 yards. So we got a crop that's sprayed to the max with Roundup that would kill anything else except for this specific crop. Now we also have a crop that's producing its own pesticides, okay? So when the human body eats this type of food, being wheat in this case, or corn is another big one, as a result, the human body has literally staged World War III with these invading pathogens. So now the human body is fighting off the food allergies, and in addition now, they're fighting off the different pesticides, which is tearing up the immune system, central nervous system, the endocrine system, everything, literally everything. And, we got the herbicides on top, which again, the body is also treating like a potent neurotoxin, which it is. The foods primarily suspect for creating allergenic effects in the human body are wheat, corn, rye, barley, shellfish, dairy products, meats in a lot of cases. The reason why I say that is because unless meat is pasture-raised, grass-fed, free of any bovine growth hormones or antibiotics, or the different feed crops, like I was mentioning, that contain the food allergens as well as the Roundup and the different pesticides involved, you'd be well advised to consider conventional farm lot raised meat full of these different allergens and toxins to be off the menu. It's either organic meat from the local farmers, or it's something you may want to consider going vegetarian. For those that are still wishing to continue to have meat in their diet, I'd recommend you take a look at the Paleo diet. Now, the Paleo diet is essentially a diet that contains, if you look on your plate, there'd be 2/3 of raw, unpressed, or steamed, or whatever, cooked veggies. Okay, then there would be a smattering of fruit, and there would be about a palm-sized portion of meat. There would be no grains, there'd be no dairy, there'd be no legumes in the diet for the Paleo diet. And of the different newer diets, this is probably the easiest one to transform yourself over into if you've been eating meat before, okay? If not, then you may want to even progress a bit further, and some say a lot healthier is to go vegetarian or vegan. Now, the one that I prefer, whenever possible, I say this, because I go over a friend's house and have a lot of meals that I may not have if I prepared them myself. But I prefer the raw vegan for energy, for the way I feel, the amount of clear-headedness I have, the amount of sleep I don't need to have. I just feel better when I eat raw vegan. Now, again, this is something that is entirely up to you, but the best thing to do is stay healthy, fresh, organic foods, okay? Even going vegan or vegetarian, we still have a lot of different pesticides sprayed on our foods. Matter of fact, in the second of our episodes I will be doing tomorrow, I'll describe more of this in detail. But for now, just realize there's a lot of stuff in our diets that we need to be aware of, and the FDA is not necessarily protecting us. Matter of fact, in the light of some of the different labeling, it's actually doing the opposite. So stay tuned for tomorrow, and I will be sharing much more on the value of transforming on your own terms to a diet that gives you more energy, a better disease-fighting chance, and you feel better about your life. Okay? Take care, and until then, this has been Glen B. Stewart, your host of Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise You. To take this conversation further, I recommend that you call us and get 2 free tickets to our next upcoming free seminar online, matter of fact, so anybody can attend, and you can attend at any time. But 321-445-1374, okay? Just ask her for the 2 tickets for the free seminar and mention Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise You. And she'll be more than happy to get you set up and get something out to you. Okay, so simply give her a call, 321-445-1374. Until then, I want to wish you all the best, and enjoy your diet, enjoy your life, and make your taste buds work for you instead of against you.